they're nothing compared to Bella Poarch's. Because not only some of her own people hated her, but
Wait.
also Jesus himself. It was so...
Is Bella Poarch Filipino? Hey guys, good old buddy, it's MrSammyCam here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Filipino reaction. We are back once again today with the Filipinos who made Pinoys proud series. I've been really enjoying checking this out. One of my favorite series I've ever checked out on the channel, I think. Today is going to be part number 4, and we're going to have some more Filipino legends that I probably never heard of before, and who I should have heard of before, because all of these people I've checked out on this series so far, legends. Real talent, people with incredible achievements. And yeah, excited to watch it. Let's do it. Right, we go then, guys. Here we go. Episode number 4. It's another half-an-hour episode, so if you haven't already, make sure you get your popcorn, get your snacks, and hopefully you're sitting comfortably, because it's going to be a long one.
More and more foreigners are moving to the Philippines, not because of the affordable cost of living, the beautiful culture, or the scenery.
Men that are so fed up with Western women because we're all apparently so woke and so terrible, and Western women don't want to be wives, that they are now going to other countries to find wives.
Like which countries?
Like Southeast Asia, they're going to the Philippines, the Dominican Republic.
So it's like the opposite of the mail order bride.
And so a lot of these men get remote jobs. And so they go there and they live in these countries, and then they meet these women. And then women in the Western world, specifically the United States, are so pissed off about it. And they're like, you're going to all these countries where these women don't even know how to speak English. They can't even read. They're so uneducated. And then the men like film themselves with these women and like show themselves on dates. And the women are so elegant and they're so well spoken and they're so traditional. And they're like, look at these women. Like they're so respectful and kind. And the Western women are, sitting on their, Fresh and Fit podcast or whatever podcast, losing their mind over this.
When you pay attention to the passport bros, like they're getting women from like the DR, Colombia,
Yes.
The Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education, women that
need them. Women that need them.
Women are raised to be wives. They learn everything
in these other communities,
from birth, from their father, from their mother, how to be a wife and how to support your men.
Women that need them.
It's not even women that need them. It's women that treat them with respect.
So we don't.
Y'all know y'all don't.
Stop yourself.
I live in your country and I speak 2 languages, Tagalog and English. You live here. How many do you speak? 1? You're stupid.
Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
We are lazy in the West world, I will say, with our languages, because 99% of people are not multilingual. But, when it comes to the Philippines, you guys are crazy.
Do you think it is a prerequisite to speak?
And a lot of other places in the world, actually. It's normal to be able to speak more than one language. Here, it definitely is not. That is seen as being almost a talent.
The English language in being Miss Universe?
No, of course not. A Miss Universe is just someone who communicates her thoughts effectively and is able to connect to people. And just like in music, you don't need to understand the lyric, but you can feel a feeling from what they're communicating. So why should it be any different with language?
Smart girl. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, I've heard of Miss Universe. I know nothing about it though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually fully know what it is. I think is it like a fashion show? I could be completely wrong. I'm not actually sure.
Hey guys.
So, totoo bang may actor na nanligaw sa'yo?
Yeah, but I said no.
Bakit? Yung athlete.
Didn't work out then.
Bakit?
Ooh, what about the model?
Nope. Long story.
This is Kelsey Merritt. She was born and raised in Angeles City, Pampanga to a Filipina mother and an American soldier. A pretty good example of a passport bro.
Nice.
As a teenager, Kelsey always wanted to be a model. She was so passionate about it that while studying in high school, she was already auditioning for various modeling gigs. Judging by this early footage, it clearly showed that her potential was off the charts. Despite her future being so bright though, Kelsey never forgot about her education because as early as 21 years old, she would graduate from Ateneo de Manila University with a degree in communications. After finishing her studies, she went headfirst into modeling. She focused on improving her craft and strived to be the best version of herself.
Hang about. Sorry, I won't pause too much. I like to just watch these, but
first into modeling. She focused on.
This is crazy. Wait, hang on. I'm just trying to figure out. Is she leaning on something there? How is she?
Craft and stride. to be the best version
the
of
heck?
herself through
That's either
rigorous
some
amounts of training.
ridiculous
And I think
upper
it paid
body
off.
strength.
She started appearing in different magazine covers, makeup and clothing brands, and sometimes even worked with other famous celebrities like Liza Soberano and Bea Alonso, to name a few. And of course, even more commercials.
Hey girls! Working outside is so hot and sticky. And that means frizzy hair.
Filipina models would have already been
I kind of thought she was an actor to start with, because from these little clips I've been seeing, she looks like she can act quite well as well.
contented to achieve this kind of success. But in Kelsey's case, well, let's just say she wasn't just an ordinary Filipina, because right after graduating, she would make a vow to herself. And she did it in public. It must have taken her a lot
That's
of guts
cool.
to do it. She was literally a dreamer. The Victoria's Secret fashion show.
I love seeing things like that, like old tweets from celebrities being like, in so-and-so years, I'm going to be famous, just watch. Nobody, like 0 likes, and then
No
you
joke.
see where they go
It
to.
was home to the most respected models in the entire world, so making it there is like reaching the promised land for any aspiring model. So in order to maximize her chances, she moved to New York and kept grinding. After just a little less than a year, she got the chance to audition for a spot in the 2018 Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Here we go. Okay.
Great. Beautiful. Let's try a smile over there.
Did she make it?
You got the shot.
Hey! She kind of looks like Aya of Binny in a way. They kind of look similar. You made it, girl. You made it.
It turned out that she wasn't just a dreamer, but a woman of action.
So many sacrifices as well. I mean, she moved all the way to New York to chase this dream, and then, you know,
A tweet back then,
imagine if it
she
hadn't
totally
paid off.
backed it up.
Would have been
And
heartbreaking.
boy, was it satisfying for her to announce it. It was a proud moment for her Pinoy fans for sure. Except, it wasn't for some of them. Some fans criticized her looks because they thought it didn't represent the real beauty of a Filipina. These comments were obviously heartbreaking for Kelsey, and she couldn't help but respond to them.
As much as I'm happy for Kelsey Merritt that she got into Victoria's Secret, I just wish she looked more like the average Filipina. She's beautiful, yeah, but when you say first... Yeah, but... What?
In her words, I was born and raised in Pampanga, Philippines. I finished my studies in Manila before going to the US last year. As far as I'm concerned,
I don't know what they... I think she looks very Filipino, no?
my blood is more Pinoy than the pure-blooded ones out there who have never been in the Philippines. I love my country and I'm proud of where I came from.
I don't understand what they mean by she's not Filipino looking enough. The reason, I mean, she's not average looking. You can't be average looking to be a model, you know. Maybe they're just jealous of her looks. I
Handled the
mean,
response so intelligently. So going back to the show, it underwent a lot of preparation.
Seems like a
And
smart
when it was
girl.
finally showtime, Kelsey Merritt did not disappoint.
oh god. I feel like I'm gonna have to apologize to Amelia for watching this. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of women wearing very little in this video. Oh lord. Damn. Shiny. I could never do the
Do you
catwalk.
realize
I'd fall
how crazy
over,
this
I
is?
think.
Kelsey literally walked among world-famous models such as Kendall, Gigi, Adriana,
Oh, wow.
Candice, Bahari, and more. She herself couldn't even believe it happened.
That's crazy. There must be like a pinch yourself moment there.
She just made history by becoming the first ever Filipina to have walked the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And she wasn't even done yet because after just a year, she also became the first model from the Philippines to be photographed for Sports Illustrated's annual swimsuit issue.
Damn. See, I guess doing something as big as Victoria's Secret opens the door for you to have loads more jobs because everyone's going to be getting in touch then. They're going to see you and be like, all right, we need to get her to model.
Cemented her rising status as the dual achievements from Victoria's Secret and Sports Illustrated is rarely accomplished by any model. Despite all the accolades, Kelsey continued to stay true to her roots. She stayed humble. And it's quite easy to observe the way she interacts with other people because she still speaks Tagalog and sometimes even her local language, Kapampangan.
Cool.
Dati may isang stereotype ng look ng model. So ngayon gusto nila iba-ibang look.
Flexible, diverse. Ang galing niya mag-Tagalog, bro.
You cannot call her a fake Filipino. Is that what they were trying to say? I mean, look at her. I mean, she's as real of a Filipino as you're gonna get.
Kausapin mo si Adriana.
Oh, Adriana Mangantana.
Sisig.
Sisig.
So no matter what happens, I will always be proud of Kelsey Merritt despite of her being a target of some Pinoy bashers. Now, if you think Kelsey's bash...
Look, I think it's just jealousy, personally. I mean, I don't see any, like, legitimate reason to criticize her for something like that. I mean, what are they even saying?
They're nothing compared to Poarch's. Because not only some of her own people hated her, but also Jesus himself. It was so...
Is Bella Poarch Filipino?
Bad that even content creators made negative videos about her.
I don't even question who gets famous on TikTok.
It's just her making faces. Oh, look, she did I think.
God damn it! I'm sick of seeing her face.
I don't understand why this is big.
Bella Backyard over here contorting her features to be all cutesy-like gives me the rage to take down the Chinese government from the inside.
And she just gets so much hate because her videos are like low effort or whatever. People's like, oh, you're so talentless, you don't deserve all this fame.
But is that all there is to it? Is Bella just some random Filipino girl without any...
She is Filipino. I never knew that. I really never knew that. I assumed that she was American, but...
talent who got lucky enough to have TikTok's algorithm on her side? To answer those questions, I did some research and found out that there's more than meets the eye. Bella's real name is Denari Bautista Taylor. She was born and raised in Pangasinan, Philippines. She didn't know her Filipino parents because after her birth, her grandmother took care of her until the age of 3 and was then adopted by an American veteran and a Filipino stepmom.
Wow.
At age 7, when she became capable of doing chores, her abusive stepdad would make her clean their farm as early as 3 in the morning, while her older stepsisters got to do whatever they wanted. It's like a Cinderella story, to be honest.
See, everyone is so quick to criticize and hate people who are extremely famous, but you know, you can't without knowing their backstory and where they've come from. Knowing this now that she came from rock bottom, like, my respect for her has just gone from there to up there. I mean, I didn't really know that much about her, but...
Stepdad would abuse her physically and verbally.
My nickname was like stupid growing up. I have to clean up real good because if I don't, then my stepdad would get mad at me and he'd be like, oh, you're not eating breakfast if you don't get this done. I went to school one time with a swollen hand on my right hand and it was like bleeding and I tried to like stop the bleeding before I got to school.
When Bella turned 13, karma would do its work as her stepdad had to fly the family to the US for the need of bypass surgery. Due to his condition, Bella no longer experienced physical abuse, but the emotional maltreatment still persisted. At age 17, Bella had enough, so she decided to join the US Navy to get away. After boot camp, she was given the role of an aviation ordnance man. She was basically responsible for the maintenance of guns, bombs, torpedoes, rockets, and missiles. Man, the job sounds very dangerous, but you can't...
She's a badass, dude. What the hell? She has lived a hell of a life. Because obviously I'd heard the name Bella Poarch. I know she's this massive name. And, you know, you never really think about where she's come from. I never saw her as having this humble of a beginning. And I didn't even know she was Filipino.
Don't deny that it sounds badass too. After 4 years in service, she decided to call it quits. And now we're all caught up. Bella Poarch became famous for lip-syncing to the song M to the B, which produced the most liked TikTok ever. People liked it.
Look, people get mad saying, oh, these people are talentless, you know, these people who blow up on TikTok. You have, you know, if someone with a massive following on TikTok, you've got to be smart to harness that following and keep growing it, you know what I mean?
At first, but as she continued uploading similar videos, some critics started
people are gonna hate
her
you.
Little to non-existing effort
for
in
nothing.
said videos. They couldn't wrap their heads around how she was getting all the success in just a short period of time. In her first 12 months, she casually racked up 60 million followers. That's basically 5 million followers per month, or 165,000 followers per day.
That is unbelievable.
It's so insane that her number of followers today
92
is even more
million.
than the population of Canada and Australia combined.
Okay, I mean, I'd heard the name. I did not realize she was that big.
Despite all the criticism, she stayed silent. But not until May 14, 2021, when she decided to silence them.
Welcome to Matchmade, home of the perfect woman. Come on in and design the girl of your dreams.
Oh, I've heard this. I've definitely heard this. I've heard this one. This is the one song I've heard from her. It's gotta be like the sassiest, like, FU to the whole, to all the haters and everything.
Bella's debut as an artist became the biggest music debut ever.
It's a good track. It's a really good track. I mean, she's talented. I can't see how people can't see that she has got some serious talent.
In YouTube history. She then started sharing her story through podcasts and made sure that she also showcased her talent.
This ain't build a bitch. You don't get to pick and choose. Differ ass and bigger boobs. If my eyes are brown,
I mean, look. She's Filipino. She's gonna have a voice.
see the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me. No one knows how far it goes. Seems like everybody's got a price. I wonder how they sleep at night when the cell comes first and the truth comes second.
Thing is, these people who are on in these comment sections saying, "Oh, how is she famous for bobbing her head?" haven't got half of the talent, the vocal talent that she's got. Like, they're just sat at home in their mum's basement, like, oh, talentless.
It was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Oh, take me back to the start.
At this point, I'm not even surprised anymore because you know how it is with Filipinos.
Exactly.
We love karaoke and Bella eats it for breakfast.
Is this Bella? I feel like I'm watching one of the TikToks that I've been checking out from the Philippines where they're all outside the Inuman sessions or whatever, and it's bloody Bella. She really has not forgotten where she's come from. She's a real Filipino.
To this day, Bella Poarch is still active in TikTok on her music career. She released more bangers such as Inferno, Living Hell, Dolls, and recently Crush. What I like about Bella is she's a loud and proud Filipina. She speaks 3 different Filipino languages and she doesn't even hide it in her live streams and interviews.
Pa,
Ba,
o,
o,
ni,
ni,
nam,
nam,
pauninam.
pahoinam.
Look, how there's so many of these stars that I just never realized were Filipino until I watched these videos.
Oh, siya? Nanganak lang tiyo dagiti ilak.
She even speaks the language.
Tas inikan ka. Naimas niya.
Naimas mo. It's more fun in the Philippines. I just want to say na mahal ko talaga ang Pilipinas.
I like how she talks about the Philippines so much as well, where she's from.
It's crazy because I'm sorry, I'm like very emotional. You know,
okay.
Filipinos are very emotional.
Wow.
You make us proud.
For me, her contribution alone to put the Philippines on the map is more than
I've never seen a country that is so proud of where they come from and, you know, everything about their country, the culture, and, you know, the celebrities as well. They make it out and they move overseas, but they never forget about the Philippines and they don't stop going on about it. And it's beautiful.
enough to be proud of. While Kelsey and Bella experienced haters, this Filipina experienced far greater dangers.
Pulling to the inside, Bustamante into turn 1, but she's
collected. My God.
Who gets her breaking rod, and unfortunately Bustamante is there to stop her.
Wait, was that her? Is she
This
okay?
time, it's Bianca Bustamante's turn. Seriously though, what is up with this Bustamante bloodline? Why do they always end up on these lists?
Wait, Salt Papi, wait, his name is Bustamante.
Anyway, Bianca was born and raised in
Dude, okay, I'm excited to see this. A racing
Laguna,
driver.
Philippines. Ever since she was a toddler, she was pretty much exposed to the sport of racing because her dad was a kart racer. At the age of 6, she was already competing. She competed against boys most of the time and still won, so she gradually accumulated more than 100 trophies by the time she turned 17. Due to the amount of training and experience at such a very young age, she qualified to compete in the W Series, an international all-female racing championship that is known as a stepping stone to make it in Formula 1. Sadly though, Bianca didn't win, but she performed well enough to earn a spot in the Formula 1 Academy. Despite being only 18, it didn't take her very long to bag her first F1 Academy win, which happened in the very challenging racetrack in Valencia, Spain.
It's a good start by Bianca Bustamante. Bianca Bustamante. Bustamante has to take a defensive line.
Bustamante. I like that name.
Bustamante runs off wide into the gravel, manages to get back onto the track though. But that allows Bula and Handa Alcobasi to close right in on her. Can Bianca Bustamante hold on?
Go on!
It will be Bustamante who crosses the line first to win her first Academy race.
And I love the fact that we saw, you know, her when she was a tiny little girl in that little car. And somehow you go from that to doing this. It's incredible.
The Filipino racer,
It is incredible.
Bianca Bustamante, celebrates. What a start to her F1 Academy Championship.
This victory made her the very first Filipino to win an international race in a league that is directly associated with Formula 1. As she stood at the top of that podium, Bianca couldn't help but lose it when our national anthem started playing.
Beautiful. I think it's something that's been lost a lot nowadays, being proud of where you come from. And I love that the Filipinos, you know, really embrace that.
It was an amazing feeling, my first ever race win, and the national anthem was from Philippines was played in the podium, and that just got me crying. It hasn't been played for a very long time, so I'm very thankful for it.
It's almost bigger than her. There's a compliment.
Jeez, these moments always get me.
It's almost just, you know, for the country as well. It's not just for
2
her.
months later, she would bag another win in Monza, Italy, while experiencing some very dangerous crashes.
As they make their way to the first braking zone of the year, and there's a huge shunt to the back. It's Chloe Grant in the ART car, upside down. It's actually Amna Alcobasi she hits in the MP Motorsport car, then Bustamante. And I think
she was right next to that.
Another innocent victim there from her teammate in front as well. Flames out the back.
Oh, dude, is she good?
Scary. Bianca Bustamante out in front. Disaster once again for Amda. So she just breaks a little bit too late.
It's good that they have that sticky up bit at the back behind their chair, just so that when they roll over they don't like break their necks, because they didn't used to have that. They added it as like a safety thing. Thank God.
And unfortunately,
because that would have been bad.
Is there to stop her. It's Bustamante who's just going to get
number 16, right?
Carrie Schreiner, Bianca Bustamante,
go on.
Forced into the grass by pulling. It's respectful racing.
See, when you're watching this, you can't fully appreciate how quickly they're going.
Celebrate with smiles all round, and a job well done for Bianca Bustamante.
When I went on top of the podium, I heard them chanting my name, and really that just got me crying again. To hear the anthem played and the Italian fans cheering me on, I just felt right at home.
I've always been so proud of being Filipino, and even though sa mundo ng motorsport hindi ito ganun kasikat or wala masyadong madaming Filipinong karenista, I'm still so proud of it.
Jeez, this girl's really out there risking her life for her passion while representing her country.
She's brave. She's another one of these badass girls.
As of the making of this video, the current F1
like
Academy
Bella Poarch joining the US military, and then obviously her
season is still ongoing, and Bianca Bustamante is currently sitting at rank number 7 out of 15 drivers. Not bad at all for a rookie. And her team Prema Racing is the second best team so far, trailing only by 21 points, so they definitely still have a chance to win it all. And speaking of winning, how about winning the heart of the Hollywood's biggest movie star back then, Steve McQueen?
Oh.
Yep, I'm not
Steve
even
McQueen.
kidding. Meet Neile Adams. Her real name is Ruby Nilam Salvador Arrastia. She was born and raised in Manila in 1932. She's the child of a popular performer, Carmen Salvador, and Jose Pepe Arrastia, who was known as the son of one of the most prominent hacienderos in Lubao, Pampanga. She barely knew her dad because she grew up under her mom's care. She would bring her to live performances, so it was natural for her to want to follow in her mom's footsteps. Before she became a teenager, her mom would start performing in the US, and unfortunately, this was also around the time when World War II broke out. When the Japanese attacked Manila in December 1941, her mom couldn't go back, so she was left under the care of her relatives. As the war continued, the Japanese started occupying the Philippines. Guerrilla groups started emerging. One of them was the Philippines Resistance against the Japanese. They were famously known as Hukbalahap, a group of peasant farmers that were originally formed to fight the Japanese but later rebelled against the government because they didn't like the terms of the alliance between the Philippines and the US. Then, the craziest thing happened. As a teenager, Neile became a spy for the resistance. She carried messages.
Dude, there are some badass women in this video. That is all I'm saying.
And intel between guerrilla groups.
What?
This went on for months until she got caught and incarcerated by the Japanese for 18 months. She was also reportedly wounded by shrapnel on one of her legs from a nearby explosion during that time. In 1948, Neile's mom finally was able to return home and immediately moved her to the US, where she would finish her studies in the art of performing at the Katharine Dunham School of Dance in New York.
I mean, these are some crazy lives I'm learning about here. Some crazy stories.
In 1953, she was cast as a dancer in a musical called Kismet and worked her way up to become the lead dancer of the show. Due to her ambiguous beauty and exceptional stage presence, she was offered one of the lead roles in the show called The Pajama Game.
Who's that? That's Neile Adams. What does she do? What does she do? Man!
I'm a hustler.
Man!
Gal who's got the blues. You want some
Of course she can sing as well. I mean, I'm not even surprised at this point.
scandal? Know what I mean? Lift up the pages and look between. One has the headlines, two's got the news, 5, 6, and 7's got the latest in sports.
Damn, this is like real old school entertainment. Oh, Jesus. She's like a performer as well. How has she gone from being a spy to being, you
While
know,
rehearsing for the show, she bumped
a
into
star?
Steve McQueen.
So?
Oh, wait.
You should have that brandy after breakfast, not before. Why? Listen, I don't mean to overstep myself, but would you like to join me in a pot of coffee?
Wait, did they, were they dating then?
The rest was history. Her name then became big in the Broadway scene, and she also appeared in over 20 films and TV series between 1952 and 1991.
I want to do something daring.
Neile and Steve had 2 kids, and one of their grandchildren
Oh, okay, they more than dated. Okay.
is Stephen R. McQueen, who is popularly known as Jeremy of Vampire Diaries.
Nice shot.
From just a young Filipino
Wow.
girl who cared for her country
Dude, acting is in their bloody genes then. Performing, acting.
to becoming a big Broadway star and celebrity. Neile
She's
Adams
had
is
an
definitely
interesting
proof
life.
that Filipinos can excel in many different fields. And one
I have seen a lot of very talented, very smart women in today's video. Filipino women. Wow, this is
those
truly.
fields is beauty pageants.
Oh,
You see,
here we
the
go.
competitive spirit will always be there for Filipinos, but pageants for us, it's not a competition.
The hell's
It's an
going on there?
Miss Universe!
So Miss Universe is a beauty pageant. I know very little about this kind of industry, guys, by the way. Very little. Damn, you guys love it though. Oh my god. Damn. This is like the World Cup for you guys or something.
I think in this country we're in dire need of heroes.
Whoa!
It made people realize that somebody who comes from a far-flung area in the Philippines can probably stand a chance of making it with the rest of the world.
A lot have. That's what
We
I've
bagged
learned.
our first Miss Universe titles back in 1969 with Gloria Diaz.
The first runner-up is Miss Finland. Miss Philippines is Miss Universe of 1969.
I didn't realize how long this had been going. 1969, we had Miss Universe.
Martha, would you step in and put the sound on, please?
I didn't know that. I had no clue.
And in 1973 with Margie Moran.
The first runner-up is Miss USA, Miss Philippines is Miss Universe.
It's because Filipinos are they're good-looking people. I will say, you guys have got really nice skin. You got that nice complexion going on, you know.
But after that, we went on a 42-year drought. 42 years.
Oh no.
That's half a lifetime. And during those times,
42
we really
years.
struggled.
Oh, did you just fall over?
Because I'm contented with my long-legged. What would you rather be? Beautiful or smart?
Well, quiet, please.
Damn, you tell
This
him,
went
girl.
on a 12-year semi-final streak.
Maria Venus Rock, 22, Philippines. Shamsi Supso,
So they came so close.
Philippines. Janine Togonon, 23, Philippines. Ariela Aridal, Laguna, Philippines. Mary Jean Lastimosa, Philippines.
Damn, those are some white teeth. It's the way they say Philippines. Philippines! Like with so much proudness. Philippines! Oh my god, that's an outfit.
This is Rabia Oxani Mateo, all the way from the Philippines.
Those rounds made it all the way to the crown, but the road to getting there was very far from easy. During my research, I learned that Pia and Catriona also had their own fair share of crushing and devastating defeats.
Here we go. Binibining Pilipinas 2013 runner-up is none other than Binibini 15, Pia A. Wurtzbach.
Oh no. I tell you, there are a lot of people, aren't there, on that stage?
Philippines 2014 is none other than Binibini number 25, Mary Jean Lastimosa.
And the winner of Miss World 2016 is Puerto Rico.
They kept just missing out then.
Kat, we love you. You are.
That must be heartbreaking, because I'm guessing those were the final three, and you make it that far and then you just miss out. That's got to be the worst.
You are our Miss World. So proud. You did your best.
That's sweet. I think these are Filipino guys just trying to lift her up a
You
bit.
did your best, Kat. We love you.
That's sweet.
But these Filipinas are just built differently.
Why should you be the next Miss Universe?
I mean, they're built pretty
to be a
differently.
Miss Universe
Jesus.
is both an honor and a responsibility. If I were to be Miss Universe, I will use my voice to influence the youth, and I would raise awareness to certain causes like HIV awareness that is timely and relevant to my country, which is the Philippines. I want to show the world, the universe rather, that I am confidently beautiful with a heart. Thank you.
Wow.
Miss Universe
Very well spoken. Very well spoken.
2015 is Colombia. I have to apologize.
Wait, what?
Miss Universe 2015 is Philippines.
What? Wait, did Steve Harvey just call out the wrong winner? That's terrible. Oh my god. Dude, I feel bad
While
for
there
the
was
other girl.
confusion in Pia's run, Catriona made sure there was no confusion as she
Dude, I mean, I was hoping the Filipino girl was gonna win, but oh my lord, imagine being the other girl thinking you've won, and then him being like, "Oh, sorry, mate, I made a mistake."
Made it so clear that she was the best candidate that night. Heck, most fans even agree that she's the best Miss Universe ever.
What?
Philippines.
That's crazy.
Philippines is a former martial artist.
Jesus
who
Christ.
earned a black belt at 12 years old. Now 24. This
I almost feel bad for watching this.
fashion model and singers raise funds for various charities through benefit concert held in the country and abroad. Philippines.
I mean, there's something in the water in the Philippines. That's all I'm saying.
Philippines proudly raise funds to purchase and
And it doesn't just help the vocals.
renovate an old apartment building in Manila. This 24-year-old turned the building into the Young Focus Child Care Plus Center, a school offering free education to children.
That's nice. I like how they're all giving back as well into the local communities that they come from. That's brilliant.
Because of their victories, the Philippines became one of the biggest beauty pageant dynasties in the entire world, with 4 titles behind USA's 9, Venezuela's 7,
Wow.
and Puerto Rico's 5, an achievement that we Filipinos should be proud of. Now I know that some people don't like this
Tell you what, I mean, they've got some good contenders, I will say that.
concept of Pinoy pride because they find it cringe or corny and all that. Well, someone has something to say about that.
The Philippines is home to very beautiful natural resources, from the beaches, the mountains, but I firmly believe that the best natural resource that the Philippines has is us Filipinos. We are the true
That's
heart
amazing.
and soul of the Philippines, with the way we are hospitable, with the warm smiles, and we are the reason why the world keeps coming back for more. No matter where the universe takes me, I will always be proud to call the Philippines my home. And no matter what happens, I will always be proud to call myself Pinoy.
Pinoy! Wow, amazing. Really, really amazing. Really enjoyed that again. And every single video keeps, you know, cementing for me how much of an amazing country this is. You know, how respectful you all are. You know, you're so well brought up, and you can tell that, you know, the way you are is because of your upbringing and because of your past, and you know, because of a lot of you guys coming up in humble beginnings. Once you Filipinos do make it out and become successful, as so many of the people we checked out in this video have done, once you get out there, you know, you remain down to earth, humble, and just very grateful for what you have, because of, you know, you remember where you were back in the day in the Philippines. A lot of the women in this video growing up in broken families and stuff like that. So yeah, it really is inspiring. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I think that was the last video in this series, unless CasualChuck decides to make another one. Again, make sure you guys have checked out CasualChuck down below. He makes some brilliant videos and I've been really enjoying them, so make sure you subscribe to him. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series of videos, and yeah, we'll see you very, very soon. Yeah, there we go, guys. Again, I really hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, a like rated down below would be much appreciated. And again, if you have been enjoying these videos that you've been seeing here, you have been watching them every day, but you are not yet subscribed, make sure you've clicked that button down below. It's definitely worth doing it, guys. It does mean that you'll be notified when I upload the next one. And YouTube can be a bit dodgy sometimes with the notifications, so it's definitely worth clicking that bell as well if you do enjoy. Hopefully you all have a beautiful rest of your day. Hopefully you've all had a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you very, very soon in the next video. Peace off.